Alrighty, unfair. It's Zerg. Alrighty, welcome to the next game. Playing the Blue Zerg, SzybkiLopez GM. Playing the White Zerg, Light 7. Yeah, that sounded like a very sad opening, you know, because... But yeah, I have a reason for that. I wasn't able to continue the guessing game. But yeah. Oh wow, what's... Ah, that's two, okay, so... not sure what blue is going for, like... If he goes here, he's a... Yeah, seems he wants to go for like a bunker rush, I guess. Lucky scout there, so basically he sees... Yeah, alright. The Overlord also saw the other SCV, so I guess... If he was paying attention, so I guess Light must be thinking, what the hell is that? Supply depot. I am not sure. Okay, so there goes the barracks. Yeah, never mind. So basically this is like a quick rush and like proxy. Okay, proxy barracks. So already welcome to the next game, playing the blue Protoss SzybkiLopez GM, and wow, oh my god, he's already going for a proxy mid-build attack. Let's see, and he's able to make gateways without pylon. That's crazy. So that's very nice attack like this. This player is amazing. Even with the hack, he's amazing. I mean, making a gateway. Anyway, very interesting. I'm thinking that I'm actually thinking whether I've seen because of course I am doing bunker rush by myself, so it's okay. But that's just, you know, one barracks in the middle and then that's it. But very quick double barracks. I haven't seen really such a thing, or probably I have already, but I have forgotten. You know, it's like so rare. But anyway, this attack is of course denied because Light was able to see the two SCVs. He of course knew what's going on, and then he prepared the 6 slings from the first 3 larvae. And yeah. And then now he thinks that blue is there. From this perspective, it was a nice thing to build the racks right here. Because of course he made him believe the racks were... And then now if he's clever, he sends these barracks to the left, or like down, you know, because... now he will see those racks going to the upper part of the map. But he doesn't care, he still goes down. Okay, like... come on, man, you see... Ah, okay, good, he's now sending that way. But it doesn't matter, I mean... even if he... doesn't matter where he sends the barracks, this guy is going basically to base. He wants to find him. But a bunker will be already available for Zybki, who is actually wishing good night to everyone. So, I mean, it's not evening, just that's his clown, you know, GN, good night. This clown is looking for players who always say goodnight before exiting StarCraft, and for example, if you are playing a recruiting game, and when it's finished, you know, and so on, and you don't say goodnight, then, or even just forget to say, then you have 0 chances to enter the clan. It's very strict. But anyway, that was triple starport going on, and very cheesy play by Zybki, who started with a double proxy there with the barracks, and then now triple starport. So basically white has an easy time making musclings and finishing the game like that. But of course the vulture is out, it can be microed pretty nicely against the lings. Yeah, he's doing a nice job microing, and right now he has already 2 vultures, it's even easier. But of course the Lings are also doing some damage, and he was able to kill like 4 depots. That's quite good. And fast lurkers will be soon available for White, who will have to face some raids. Hydras will come handy, of course, and now he's using these barracks to cover the mineral patch. Of course, it's still possible to send drones, but it's very hard to find the right spot. So under a barracks, under an engineering bay, it's very simple to find the spot. Under a barracks, it's much harder, but it's still possible. You can still send drones to the mineral under a barracks, but of course much harder than with an engineering base. So the first raids are available. He's sending them to hunt for overlords, and he doesn't really care about the drones right now. He knows that hydras can be used by White to attack the raids. But he can still use that to kill a few more overlords, weaken the sunken colonies, and so on. He's still producing them, so he's committed to making these air units. It's quite alright. I mean, being supply blocked at the early phase of the game is quite annoying, and the only problem here is lurkers. So if White wants to finish the game, he can just simply attack with the lurkers, as Blue doesn't have any vision. But anyway, he continues to go for a Greater Spire. Not sure why he didn't prepare the lurkers. He would be able to win the game very fast. But of course he doesn't see this, he doesn't know that. Of course he cannot be sure what Blue has. And the first egg right there. And this was not seen. Wasn't discovered by Blue, so he doesn't have to worry about lurkers, and that's why he still didn't start the scientific facility. Right, so the raids arrived, and the spores are able to dismiss them and then just make sure that they are not harassing the drones. And Blue is still continuing to do that, so that's very strange. It seems like he wants to finish the game only with raids, and so interesting. It's not going to work, but at least it's interesting. I mean, finally, you know, something special. And then basically one lurker is enough to finish the one lurker is enough to finish the game, as there is zero detection. Yeah, we can make a meme out of that, like, guy is going for mass raids, he makes 100 raids, and then loses the game. Oh no, Barrow, don't, no. Oh, come on, man, I couldn't finish my meme. I just wanted to say that guy makes 100 raids and loses to one single lurker. That's bad. Light, what are you doing? You lost the single raid that could have finished the game. And right now he starts the engineering bay because he saw a lurker, you know? That's very bad. Terrible. I saw a lurker, so I have to make an engineering bay. Anyway, he's keeping the overlords around the spores. Doesn't care about the Greater Spire because the raids will kill him immediately. I'm the Guardians. And he still continues. Okay, raid guy. these are invalid units. You cannot use these. Okay, just send them here and then sit. You cannot. Okay, very good. Just continue. Yeah, just continue using these. So of course, with Defiler, it will be a different story. He can still, he might still lose to a Lurker. Where is the Lurker? Not good. He could have still lost to a Lurker because under Swarm it's okay. The Wraiths could just go on and keep shooting that Lurker till the end of time. But it's not going to happen. Yeah, there's the turret right there. That's why he doesn't need the scientific facility, because he has a turret, so. Alright, let's see. So, attack is commenced, lots of raids are available for Szybki, and Lurkers are prepared, and this attack is quite slow, giving time for Light, who is able to basically get more Lurkers, get energy, and add more hatcheries. It's funny because mass Hydralisks would be enough to finish the game, and it's like, yeah, it's funny because late game ZVT is about Defilers, Lurkers, and Guardians, a few Hydras here and there. But yeah, right now he could just simply start collecting Hydras and then finish the game, as Blue mostly has Wraiths only. Like 7 tanks. Here are a few more as a reinforcement, but yeah, he could just break the middle. Most probably he's waiting for upgrades, as he doesn't have any, while Light already has one attack upgrade on the Hydras. So the newer tanks arrived, and probably right now he's starting the attack slowly, and then sieging, unsieging, getting closer to the base, and starting to attack the choke. So he basically gave White enough time to be prepared for this. He shouldn't really die to this attack, especially having Lurkers with Swarm. The question is, what can Blue do against that? He only has tanks, he doesn't have Irradiate, so he cannot attack this Swarm basically. And right now the camping starts. This is the time when the Zerg sits there for half an hour with the Lurkers, and then he can decide what he wants to do in the remaining time, besides going to McDonald's, you know, and then get some cheeseburger menu. He can just besides that, he can just simply go for a drop, for example, and then or go for Mass Guardians and so on, because the Lurkers of course are enough to hold back the tanks. On the other hand, Terran player can use lots of irradiates and nukes, and that's it. What were those Lurkers attacking? The Lurkers are attacking his own eggs, I think. What? Never mind, so these raids are basically doing a nice job weakening the approaching units. But of course the Ultralisks are a different type of units, and the tanks... So, yeah, so Light managed to get rid of the raids. They were basically weakening all the lings and hydras, and the tanks had a relatively easy job shooting them. But yeah, the number of raids got decreased quite fast. So these overlords are now scouting the base, and sees one. He casually stopped there, you know, like. Okay, guys, this is a place. We are not going further. This is not a. We are acting as if this is a drop, but it's not. Turret defense pro extra. Round 1, Overlord. Round completed. So, White should just really go for musclings and use the swarm to kill the tanks, but it seems that he's just mixing units, uses Lurker. Basically, okay, that's very nice. White is using all the Zerg units, except for Queens, but like Guardian, Lurker, Hydra, Zergling, Mythalisk, Ultralisk. Nice. Everything is available. So in the meanwhile, these two tanks are able to shoot the drones, and then now they will be able to... What? We don't care about the Hydra, you know, we are shooting the Spore. Alright, so White was able to survive that harassment, but the tanks did really enough damage. They killed many drones and some creeps, so that was alright. At least he made use of that. But yeah, White is slowly upgrading and developing. Of course, this is not so good for Terran, because if you let a Zerg grow, then it becomes much harder to win the game. But he has reinforcements now, and then can commence a newer attack. But he's mostly relying on tanks and some Valkyries. The Glides will of course come handy against the Guardians. So these Valkyries are now used to attack, and they are doing a nice job. Of course, 1-1 upgrade is quite effective, and the Devourers also come handy just to get some acid spores on them, making them slower to attack, and also taking much more damage from Mythalisks. So yeah, this is the time when a Terran player really can just use the irradiates on the Lurkers under Swarm. Otherwise they are not able to proceed. Alright, so Valkyries were sent inside, but they only killed a few Guardians. But right now he's able to catch one more, so actually he killed all of them. It's quite nice, as Blue basically has mass tanks, and right now they are fine. No air units are threatening them, but they are also not really able to advance further. So Blue is now entering the base with the vessels. He's trying to go for the radiates. Let's see if he is able to kill. There goes the barrow. So Zerg is facing Mustangs basically, and with Lings it's a bit hard now. If he used the Lings and the Swarms earlier, he would have already won the game. But right now it's not really enough, so he cannot really use the Swarm on the tanks with the Lings. If he wants to finish the game, it requires like mass Guardians with Devours. And in the meanwhile, Blue is setting up tanks right on top. He's able to get rid of the drop defense, and then after that it's much easier. It becomes easier to use the vessels to do some irradiates. Or Terran can just simply skip and dodge the lurkers. He could just, simply unsiege, don't care too much about these lurkers here, and then go up here and then try to do some damage. That's also sometimes what Terrans can do, because of course after a time it becomes boring. Of course Zerg is still having time to finish the cheeseburger menu. But yeah, of course Blue doesn't want to wait him to finish, and then right now he's sending up the tanks and then can basically do some damage right there, and just simply get the units attack there, and then he can just continue, move up with more units and so on. It doesn't always work out, unfortunately, but much better than just sitting there basically. So these tanks are finished now, and White can consider attacking out. He already has Guardians available, and Blue doesn't really have anti-air. Mostly tanks are used in this battle here. Newer Valkyrie and Vessel arrived, but it's not really enough, as Devours can also assist. So this is the time for White to just simply use this occasion to get rid of all the tanks, and then after that he can just use the grand units to start the final attack and then finish the game. So White is slowly gathering up, waiting for the Guardians, and waiting for the reinforcements. Lurkers are also available. So yeah, this will probably be the final attack, as Blue is quite low on defense. He didn't really use the occasion. He's now basically just having newer units. He didn't really reinforce meanwhile attacking. So basically he starts the swarm and slowly will progress. However, he's doing a nice job with the Valkyries, and the Guardians were not really protected, and yeah, this attack is of course not enough to finish the game now, as the Valkyries have a free time killing the Guardians. So this time it's not the Zerg choke, it's the Terran choke that's having the swarm and the lurkers. Where is the swarm? We need the swarm. We have to go for another McDonald's menu. There it goes. Whatever sounds you guys are hearing is my McDonald's menu. So basically Terran is trying to get out now and then using the vessels just to get some vision for the tanks, but actually he should be using them to irradiate the lurkers, and then after that he should be able to basically advance further. But right now this newer swarm is cast and one lurker at least was able to get closer to the tanks. Of course it's still not enough to break the choke, but Zerg is now basically using mass devourers. He really wants to get rid of the vessels, get rid of the Valkyries, so that maybe he later can produce some guardians to kill the tanks. Yeah, so newer guardians will be ready, but never mind. But that would have been the perfect opportunity for light, because the tanks were blocking the way. The Goliaths were in the background. They couldn't come out, so that would have been very nice for light to just simply use the guardians to shoot basically the tanks. So this attack did not really work out, and then right now it's SzybkiLopez who is attacking out, and Light did not really have the chance to develop in the background. He didn't add newer hatcheries, just a few more. However, he was able to make lots of ultralisks, so it seems that he really puts his trust inside the ultralisks. But the problem is that the Terran player has mass tanks. Basically, he only has tanks supported with a few Goliaths, and of course those tanks are stronger than the ultralisks. So it seems that yeah, this game will be finished like this. I didn't expect to finish this way. It's a bit surprising that Zerg player wasn't able to make use of the time, because half an hour passed by, and then after half an hour you should have mass hatcheries with mass units and so on. But anyway, of course it's still not over. Just the simple problem is that he doesn't have defilers. So, Swarm will be ready soon, and Lurkers this time are a bit far away, so Terran has the possibility to move inside and basically have range to reach the hatcheries. He can just simply also go forward and then get rid of the defense right there, and then after that start shooting them drones and the main and so on. So yeah, this time Lai didn't have the chance to take the lurkers further out and set up a defense there, and basically SzybK is making or abusing that. He's just using the UR tanks to attack further. However, the Hydras were able to get rid of a few tanks, and then now the swarm can be extended a bit. But it's totally useless as there are no lurkers and the tanks are now progressing. They are on the hunt for the defiler mount. If he loses that, yeah, also the drones were lost on that side. So yeah, this is looking now a bit better for the Tyrant player, as he's able to just simply proceed with the tanks, and then soon he can start basically shooting the hive, unless the Guardians can clear. So the Mutalisks are now arriving, and Valkyries are on the hunt. Let's see if the Mutas are able to attack out. Yeah, the Valkyries, of course, with the Irradiates were enough to get rid of all those air units, and that means the end of the game. That's it. GG.